To a another present. Now let's check out the starters for Brooklyn. Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. DeAnthony Melton out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Williams in at the small forward. And for Boston, Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Brown in at the 3. You know, on paper, this looks like a lopsided matchup. But anything could happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, the team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
Now here's Johnson. Shoots over Tatum. A shot by Johnson, no good. Here's White. Outside Tatum. And there's a whistle. That goes on DeAnthony Melton. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Johnson against Tatum. Can't connect from short range. Russell deciding where to go with it. Here's Williams. Pass to Claxton. Here's the 3. Drills it from deep. First quarter, just over a minute played. And how about Nick Claxton? You'd be hard-pressed to find a more versatile defender.
He's come so far in that area since he came into the league. He's become an elite defender. There isn't a position on the floor he can't guard.
Tatum with it. Guarded now by Williams. Just 4 to shoot. Back to Tatum. The 3. Russell with the rebound. The Nets have gone 1 for 3 so far. From downtown, and the Nets another 3.
A volume three-point shooter. The coaching staff encourages Russell to fire away.
Tatum passes to Holiday. And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Tatum way outside. Tatum with another miss. The Nets have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Russell finds Johnson. Back to Russell. Outside Johnson. The 3 is up. Boston pulls it in.
Locking the arc down. Defense knows it's on them to scare off those shots.
Knocked loose. Brown with it. And the jam by Brown.
I'm not going to lie. Jaylen Brown, his hops are different.
Now here's Russell. Outside Johnson. That shot's good. Russell making the play.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And Holiday powers it home.
I mean, what an athletic play for Holiday. Showing up the defense with a jam.
You know, Grant, with the Nets, there was so much optimism just a few years back.
And it was just too bad to see things go south. It's a reminder that nothing is as easy as it seems in the NBA. Even with a superstar roster, things don't always work out.
Intelligent play by Tatum, moving the ball to get an open shot.
The shot by Russell, no good. Celtics trail by 4. Porzingis passes to Holiday. 1:14 left in the first quarter here. He's off on the layup. To the middle. Johnson inside. Brown's there. Russell to pass to Williams. No good from outside.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Outside Holiday. Tatum, a screen on Johnson. Back to Tatum. Outside Holiday. Pass to Porzingis. White on the wing. Claxton with the block. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Here's Tatum. Still no points. It's good. We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Johnson on the wing. He's guarded by White. That one falls.
Nice pass by Cam Johnson, keeping his eyes up, letting things unfold.
Out of bounds. It'll be the Nets ball.
Brooklyn ball.
19 seconds left to play in the first. And so it's Russell who brings up the ball for the Nets. They lead by 4. Pass to Johnson. This one for 3. Knocks down the triple. Johnson's got 5 now.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for the Nets.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
They've also been quick to set up their teammates, wasting no time making the extra pass for the open look.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Nets. Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. D'Angelo Russell is out there with DeAnthony Melton. And it's Williams in at the 3.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, a key concept preached by Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla and reiterated by Jaylen Brown, who says it's reading the game, realizing fast, but playing slow. We're the more talented team, he said. We have to be the smarter team as well. And when we do that, we're going to be tough to beat. Brian?
Well, they certainly have been, Allie. Thanks for that. Now here's Russell. He's got 5. It's stolen by Holiday. Here's the break. Clanks the dunk off the rim. Well, Richard, with the career he's had, it's hard to believe Drew Holiday has only made 2 All-Star teams.
Well, that speaks to how much talent is at the guard position in this league. But it also shows how we tend to award offense over defense because Drew, his impact is truly felt on the defensive end.
3-pointer off the mark. Brooklyn leading by 6. Outside Russell. Pass to Melton. White with a steal. Brown against Russell. Back to Brown. They kick it out to Porzingis. Tatum passes to Brown from behind the arc. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. Brown's got 5.
Gotta love the confidence. Brown wasting no time firing away.
Well, RJ, you got traded a couple of times for good reason. What's it like off the floor?
I don't need your quips, BA, but it is crazy. You get a phone call and bam, you can move across the country. And while it's hard on you, you understand it comes with playing in this league and having this job.
He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
Outside Holiday. And it's blocked. What a play as he just snatches the shot out of midair. Williams from long range. Buries it from 3. Williams has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Melton against White. Outside Tatum. Tatum drops the hammer.
Tatum just has too much bounce right there. Better be careful. You're trying to stop that.
Here's Williams. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Brooklyn shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. And when you talk about the Boston Celtics last year, they were historically good, Richard.
Yeah, they had the fourth best net rating ever in the history of the game. That's Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, the MJ Bulls, shattered the NBA record for offensive rating at 123.1. They were unreal.
He gets a lot of his points on catch-and-shoot jumpers. Porzingis is always ready to let it fly if he's got the room.
Here's Williams, and Williams punches it home.
That is a perfect placement of that dime. Just guided it right to him.
Holiday passes to Brown. Outside Tatum. Brown, a screen on Johnson. The ball's knocked loose. Shot clock at 5. There's Tatum with the 3. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got 4 rebounds in the game. Williams passes to Russell. From outside the arc. He buries it from 3. And now an 11-point Brooklyn lead.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the 3.
Outside, Brown. 54 seconds left in the second.
Oh, getting the hoop and the harm. That's tremendous body control from Brown.
And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
It really seems like everyone in the league can elevate these days, and Johnson, well, he's no exception.
Pass to Brown. Brown with a screen. Tatum passes to Brown. Got a hand on it. Here's Claxton. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown.
How does such an elite finisher not throw that down? I'm confused.
Here's Holiday. Drops in the layup for 2. Holiday's got 6.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Here's Russell. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good!
Great job ending the quarter on a high note.
That's the play that pumps up the whole team, and they'll try to carry that energy into the next period.
And so it's Brooklyn. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You got to like what we're seeing from D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
They've got Luke Cornett, Al Horford out there with Peyton Pritchard, and it's Shireman in at the small forward position. That's the Boston 5. Hauser can't get it to go.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
The shot by Watford, no good. Celtics trail by 11. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Hauser. Down low. Here's Cornett. Rebounded by the Nets. The Nets haven't been to the conference finals since 2003. Richard, can you name someone on that team?
There was a 22-year-old dude named, I think it was Richard Jefferson, but most people have never heard of him. But seriously, the Nets have had some great players over the last 20 years. They just haven't had that same team success.
One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Thomas outside. Watford with a screen. To the inside. Sharp. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to Shireman. The three. And it's Martin with the rebound. Nets leading by 15. Here's Wilson. Martin, the pass to Sharp. Gets the three to fall. Sharp's got 6 points in the quarter.
Not the best three-point shooter in the league, but he's got enough skill that you can't just let him fire it up. Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. Here's Thomas. Oh, big finish. Wow.
Okay, I see you.
And that one is hammered home.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. And he commits the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Johnson, he's checked in for Brooklyn. It's stolen by Johnson with the drive. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Here's Shireman. Back to Horford. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in.
Yeah, the moment Horford has the rock down low, good night. I mean, just too many moves from the vet.
Hard to find a season in his career where Horford didn't make an impact, RJ.
One way or another, he's going to help his team win. Still out there doing it and doing it at a high level. He's kind of an ageless wonder.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And Brooklyn with possession here. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen. Thomas outside. Pass to Watford. Three-pointer. They get the rebound. Sharp. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Sharp's got 8 points in the quarter.
He knows his job on the glass, and he does it well, cleaning it up and sending it right back.
The three ball. Brooklyn pulls it in.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Thomas finds Sharp. Back to Thomas. Sharp, a screen on Horford. Here's Thomas for three. Hits a three-pointer. Thomas has got 7.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's gonna put his foot on the pedal.
Cornette in the post. Guarded by Sharp. To end the run. And the layup is up and in. Cornette's got his first points of the game.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Here's Thomas for three. He drops it from range.
Oh, that's a sweet move, guys. That's how you humiliate someone on the court.
Ooh, you can break all the ankles you want. You still got to knock down the shot, and he nails it.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Cam Thomas picks one up. Boston shooting their second and third shots at the line here. First one falls for him.
Peyton Pritchard at the line for 2 shots.
Both good from the line that time. 27 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Outside Johnson. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Here's Hauser. Offline with a baseline jumper. He gets it up. That shot, no good. And so it's Brooklyn with a commanding lead to end the quarter, 27. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big men in the league today than we've ever seen.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And so in the game for the Nets, Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. D'Anthony Melton out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Williams in at the 3. Claxton down low, hounded by Tatum. Claxton down low. Tatum's there, and it's going to be a 3-second call.
Boston ball.
And the Celtics in possession here. Right side Brown. Oh, and a dunk by Brown!
Showing off his pure athleticism. Brown with a memorable finish.
And here's Russell. And Claxton throws it down.
Everyone loves the alley-oop play, B.A.
Yep, one of the prettiest in basketball. And stolen by Williams. They've got numbers. Outside Russell for 3. Porzingis grabs the board. Boston's shooting at about 44% so far. The drive by Brown and the jam by Brown.
When you want an emphatic finish, Brown is the man you are looking for. He does not waste opportunities like that.
Thomas, he's checked in for Russell. And when Porzingis can be a third option on a team, he is deadly and efficient, RJ.
We've always seen Porzingis as the guy or as a second option. But when he has elite teammates around him, he really flourishes.
They grab their own miss. Melton outside. 4-3. Tatum pulls it in. The Celtics have gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the fourth. Pass to Holiday. Looking to get it going. And finished off by Tatum.
And put it on a platter. Holiday serving it up for his teammate.
Thomas against Holiday. Thomas passes to Johnson. Back to Thomas. Outside Johnson. 5 on the clock. And he banks in the layup.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Now here's Porzingis. Back to Holiday. Porzingis with a screen on Thomas. Holiday passes to Porzingis. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Holiday's got his 5th assist in this one.
Well, they're on the right path now, but still in a pretty big hole.
But this is a game again, and the other side has to be feeling a little bit nervous with how quickly that lead vaporized.
Launches a 3. Brooklyn with the board. Claxton's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Thomas has got 12 points in just the second half.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
Thomas against Holiday. Tatum looking it over. Here's Brown. And the jam by Brown.
Oh, come on. Just add vision to a perfect skill set. But when he's dropping dimes like that, like Jason Tatum is a problem.
Here's Thomas for 3. Count that one. He's scoring at a nice clip. He's 6 of 9 tonight.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Nets.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And while there were some guys out there that played well, what really stood out was the production for Nicholas Claxton.
The work he put in on the glass helped shape this game, never taking a play off and closing out a number of possessions.
White, and a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
And you look at Derek White, Richard, the energy he plays with, it is remarkable.
That's his greatest attribute, his activity on both ends of the floor. Having a high motor is a skill. He keeps coming and tries to wear you down.
Now here's Thomas. Melton with a screen on Holiday. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins, they're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Here's Brooklyn. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Thomas passes to Williams. Knocks it down from distance.
Williams for 3.
17 seconds left in the fourth. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Tatum passes to Holiday. Puts up a deep 3. That shot off the mark.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
So we see the Nets taking the W here. A statement road victory.
K-Sport. And a look at the starters for the Pistons. The backcourt there will be Cunningham and Ivy. Asar Thompson is out there with Isaiah Stewart. And it's Duren in at the 5. And for the Celtics, the post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position. And on paper, Greg, this might seem like a potential blowout, but anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
Now, here's Tatum, following the miss by Cade Cunningham. Shot clock at 6. Tatum kicks to Porzingis. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. And Thompson throws it down.
And when it comes to getting up and down the floor, Thompson has few peers.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with Joe Mazzulla. We talked about how dialed in he is on Cade Cunningham in this matchup. Coach told me the key is not to let him get into a rhythm early on. That might mean you have to throw different defenders at him. Maybe send them double teams, too. Everything is on the table tonight. We'll see what they come up with for Cade. Guys?
Thank you, David. Here's Tatum after the basket by Detroit. Out to Porzingis. Outside Holiday. Porzingis sets the pick for Holiday. Back to Porzingis. Tatum passes to Porzingis. Off target from three-point range. The Pistons have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And something the Detroit Pistons unit does so well is push the pace in their game.
Yeah, you love to lean into young players and that vibrant athleticism, but you also have to understand that playing fast comes with quick decision-making, and sometimes those don't always go hand in hand. The experience that these guys will have in their growth together and how soon it is that they realize they can help each other, that's going to push them places faster and further than they even realize.
And the dunk by Tatum.
And the defense hates to see it. Tatum putting on a little bit of a show with that jam.
Stewart with the screen on Howard. To the paint. And the dunk by Stewart.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. White drives in. The kick out to Tatum. Porzingis with a screen on Stewart. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Now here's Porzingis. The kick out to Tatum. Nice ball movement by Boston. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
He has the potential to be an elite NBA defender for a long time. Thompson can guard anybody. Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
And the Pistons with possession here. After the basket by Boston. Duren. And Duren slams it in.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
And when it comes to Jalen Duren, Brent, is it fair to say some teams regretted not drafting him?
Well, maybe a handful, Kevin. I mean, there's a particular way that you want to play or use that position with how you get out there offensively. Jalen is a proven big. This guy is physical and strong and can rebound and gives you a different presence on the inside.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
Here's Tatum after the basket by Detroit. Porzingis can't hit. Pistons leading by 7. Cunningham with it. Now guarded by Tatum. That one good for 2. Cunningham's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Love seeing Cade zip back in transition and doing everything he can to convert on the break.
Here's Tatum. Detroit with the rebound.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And I know he was pleased with his foul shooting last year. How about 87% from the line?
The drive to be great is something that Cade Cunningham quietly possesses, and he has all the tools to be a very special player.
Fires the 3. Hands it from downtown. Cunningham's got 8.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart, the other one playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Here's Holiday. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so is Detroit. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a comfortable margin for the Pistons here, guys.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
You don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second quarter. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Isaiah Stewart out there with Jalen Duren. And it's Thompson in at the 3, the small forward. What a jam! Tatum doing it with style.
Tell you what, don't sleep on Tatum. He has some ups. And I love seeing him trying to elect. He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Brown kicks to Holiday. Back to Brown. Tatum against Stewart. Porzingis with a screen on Stewart. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
Cunningham looking it over. From deep. The rebound by the Celtics. Right side, White. Pass to Tatum. Out to Porzingis. And the Celtics can't hang on to the ball.
Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Pistons leading by 9. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, the Celtics can beat you in a number of ways. Point guard Jrue Holiday said, "You can play small and big. We have great bench players who come in and change the game at any time and could start on other teams. And we have a hunger." Kevin, they're going to be a problem for a long time.
Agreed. Yeah, they are stacked, DA, for sure. Outside Tatum. Lets it go with the 3. The 3 from Tatum. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
Well, they really cashed in on the break. I mean, it feels like they're hungry to get out. They're hungry to run, and they're not passing up any chances to leak out and score.
Duren against Porzingis. And stolen by Tatum. Holiday surveying the floor. Outside Tatum. Brown sets a screen for Tatum. The kick out to Brown. Outside Holiday. 4 on the shot clock. And here's Tatum for three. Rebounded by the Pistons.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
1:41 left to play here in the second quarter. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
Cunningham against Holiday. Cunningham outside. Thompson outside. Driving in, and Thompson throws it down.
So fast of foot on the run, Osir, tough to catch.
And White kicks to Holiday. Outside Tatum. The kick out to Brown. Three-pointer. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. Pass to Ivy. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Shots good by Duren.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
And here's Tatum for three. Offensive rebound. It's good, and the Piston lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Porzingis.
Sometimes you do a little extra work, something good comes your way, and Porzingis cleans up that offensive rebound.
And here comes Holiday leading the fast break. Misses from close range. And here's Thompson. Duren with the screen on Brown.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We come back right after this. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum getting it done today.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
They've got Horford, and it's Cornette in at the center, filling out the middle. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. For three, Beasley. A second chance effort. Reed kicks to Hardaway. Beasley outside. Reed a screen. The three. Horford with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Hauser. Covered by Beasley. Horford, no luck.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
The Pistons shooting their fourth attempt at the free throw line right here.
Beasley's a guy who just hits the court hungry and ready to make an impact. He usually does that on the offensive end.
Pistons leading by 11. Hardaway with a wide open look. It's good from long range. Hardaway has got himself on the board with three there.
Off and running right out the bat here to start the second half.
Pritchard passes to Horford. For the three. A shot by Pritchard, no good. Pistons have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. And that one's good. Fontecchio.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Hardaway with the steal. And now the Pistons fast break. Launches the three. Reed controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Pritchard passes to Horford. Here's Shireman. Lock at 6. Back to Horford. Here's Pritchard. Busted. No good that time either. And it's Detroit's ball. They've got an 8-0 run. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thank you. Tobias Harris, over the course of his career, has played a lot at both forward positions. He says, I'm comfortable playing both. I'm not big on the position thing. I'm versatile. Kevin, he's just a basketball player and a very, very good one.
I would agree, David. I know you like him. We like him as well. A very skilled one at that. Thank you very much. They set the pick. Pritchard passes to Cornette. Here's Hauser. Boston needs to get off a shot. Outside Hardaway. This one for 3. Hits it from three-point range. Hardaway has got 6 in the quarter.
That's one of Tim Hardaway Jr.'s favorite shots. Not just the ones that go in, but from that spot on the floor.
Reed with the steal. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Outside Hardaway. Low block shot, and the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Cornette passes to Pritchard. Good on the shot.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Hardaway dishes to Reed. For 3. Good on the triple. Reed's got 5 points so far.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They're pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Pritchard passes to Horford. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. For Detroit, they have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Detroit with the ball. They're on an 18-4 run right now. Hardaway kicks to Beasley. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Hardaway has got 3 assists now in this one. Horford the pass to Pritchard. Horford with a screen on Hardaway. Here's Pritchard, guarded by Hardaway. Back to Horford. Just 5 on the clock. Out to the wing. Here's Pritchard. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Detroit's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Reed. Off target from outside. Horford the pass to Pritchard. And so it's Detroit rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shoot. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle. But you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. And Detroit, looking at who they've got. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Isaiah Stewart out there with Asar Thompson. And it's Duren in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Cunningham against Holiday. 18 feet out. Cunningham's shot is off.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Holiday dishes to White. Pass to Porzingis. Tatum on the wing. Out to Porzingis. Back to Tatum. Over Stewart. Tatum no good. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Takes the three. Stewart misses. Outside Holiday. Bangs home the trifecta. Holiday's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
You've got to be up in Drew Holiday's face at all times because he can be very dangerous on the pull-up jumper.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Brown the pass to Tatum. Stewart with the steal. There's the lob to Duren. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Great awareness by Thompson, wanting to find his open teammates whenever he can.
Tatum kicks to White. Porzingis with a screen on Cunningham. Outside, Porzingis. Outside, Holiday. 6 to shoot. Back to Porzingis. Here's White. And again, Boston with the triple.
Smart pass from Porzingis, just a better shot available.
Cunningham with it. He's picked up by White. Thompson passes to Stewart. Fires from deep. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Pass to Brown. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Driving to the basket. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Cade Cunningham.
A fearless athlete. Jaylen Brown competes every single night on both sides of the ball. Something you want as a teammate.
And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Ivy, no one around him. No good on the quick three.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Boston, no good that time either. Detroit's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Thompson finds Cunningham. To the wing right side. Shot clock at 6. Here's Stewart. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Boston's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. And it's White missing. For Detroit, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Pistons.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Cade Cunningham.
So sharp on the passing tonight. You know, guys can get into a rhythm that way too.
And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That will be foul number 5 on him. The Pistons have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Brown against Cunningham. Now here's Porzingis. Defense is right there. Puts up a deep three. And it's White missing.
Boston foul. Jason Tatum. Second personal foul. 15.
And the first one at the line is good.
So much about Stewart comes through his toughness, and you get physical with him. He has no problem getting physical right back.
30 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And here's Porzingis for a three. Detroit with the ball. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Back to Duren. It's stolen by White. The three from Porzingis. They grab their own miss.
At the line, Derek White. At the line for 2 shots.
And that one misses. Good on the second free throw. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking.
Thanks for spending your Friday afternoon. Both backcourts in this one stand cream of the crop.
Well, a lot of people would say that this is a guard-oriented league. I think it's a league of all the positions, but tonight, certainly, whoever can win that guard battle will probably go home with the W.
Certainly the headliner tonight. Now a look at Detroit's starting lineup. Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. Isaiah Stewart out there with Duren, and it's Thompson in at the 3. Duren with a screen on Williams. Pass to Duren. On the wing, Ivy. Clock at 6. Tries it from the top of the key. The rebound by the Nets. Inside. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Did you guys see that? What an insane slam.
Man, you got to have some hang time to pull that off. Duren with a screen on Williams. And here's Cunningham outside. Claxton with a rebound. Now the Nets with it. All right, Grant, when you look at the Nets rebuild, what are you seeing at this point?
Well, they gave up a lot of young players and draft picks to assemble a big three. And, of course, that didn't quite work out. So now they're in that middle ground, which sometimes can be a little tough. Add to the fact that they're in New York, the fans and media are anything but patient and forgiving.
Ivy outside. Oh, towered down with both hands.
Oh, rocketing off the floor. Ivy using all of his athletic ability on the jam.
Ivy against Thomas. And Ivy pulls it down.
You got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
The Nets have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Pass to Claxton. Stolen by Ivy. Here's Duren. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson.
They're going to work inside. I like how confident Jalen is from this area.
Here's Thomas for 3. And stolen by Cunningham. The finish. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And B.A., if you let him, he will do damage.
No resistance, you pay.
Yeah, look, never tempt a guy with a sure thing. No surprise to see him taking advantage like that.
Stewart against Johnson. And that one's good. Stewart.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Russell to pass to Thomas. The rebound by Detroit. And one thing we know we'll see, Jalen Duren giving his all on the glass, Dan.
Yeah, Brian, look, he's one of the best per-minute rebounders in this league, and it's what the team needs for him. But he's also become a very good finisher around the basket.
5 to shoot. Here's Duren over Claxton. Some solid defense from Claxton. Brooklyn trailing. Johnson finds Russell. Johnson a screen on Thompson. Russell the pass to Claxton. Screen by Claxton. Russell from outside. Pure from three-point range.
A volume three-point shooter. The coaching staff encourages Russell to fire away.
Here's Cunningham. Rejected by Claxton. And pushing it up the floor. Here comes Brooklyn. Back to Thomas. Thompson against Russell. And here's Thomas from the arc. Can't get it. He's now 1 of 4 from the floor. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the...
Oh! Wow!
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
And here's Thomas from the arc. Drops in the 3. Thomas has got 6 points.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Thompson. Oh, okay!
Oh, my gosh.
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
Cunningham passes to Ivy. Thompson with it. And here's Cunningham. Thomas defends. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Ivy outside. Tipped. 1 second left. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. Well, a good close contest so far. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Brooklyn.
Well, I'm really loving their activity. I mean, they're contesting shots. They've really set a strong tone early.
Yeah, well, the best way to get in the head of your opponent is through aggressive defense.
Setting the floor for the Pistons. Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. Duren out there with Isaiah Stewart. And it's Thompson in at the 3, the small forward. And, Coach, how about the Thompson twins making their impact felt in the 2023 draft?
Yeah, Brian, we've seen twins in the NBA before, albeit not very often. But these two made history that draft day, becoming the first pair of twins to be selected in the top 5 of the same draft.
And I think it's time to put multiple bodies on them.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
Stewart finds Thompson. Stewart, a screen on Russell. Thompson. Williams grabs the board. Nets leading by 5. Outside Russell. The kick out to Williams. Just 5 to shoot. And there's the drive. Perfect night so far. 2 for 2.
If you give him any sort of space, he's gonna attack.
Thompson outside. Up and over Russell. Cunningham against Williams. Three-pointer, no good. Brooklyn has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. Thomas, that's good.
And they're building up steam, getting out in front and trying not to look back.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
Count that bucket. Cunningham's gotten his second bucket.
And getting up close and personal, Cunningham knows he can get his shot to go inside.
Claxton a screen on Ivy to the middle. Claxton passes to Thomas. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Well, Coach, it's been discussed a lot, but the Detroit Pistons set a record in 2023 that no one wants to match.
Well, that's for sure, B.A. No franchise wants to suffer through a 28-game losing streak. They thought that team had potential, but they just never found their footing early on, and then things just snowballed on them.
Boom! He jams it straight down.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here, hanging up there like that. There's Cunningham with a three. Nice work beyond the arc by Cunningham.
A pretty big component of Cunningham's game. He knows how to produce from the arc.
Russell to pass to Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
It's like he's doing pull-ups on the rim.
Looked like a schoolyard playground right there. And the dunk by Duren.
Not the tallest center in the league. He more than makes up for it with those crazy hops.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Cade Cunningham has really been improving from distance. He said early in his career he was playing a lot of minutes and stepping back to the NBA three-point line, he just didn't have enough legs in his shot. After his shin surgery, he redefined his form and strengthened his legs. Brian, he said it helped a lot.
That could be a silver lining of all that time off, Allen. Thomas passes to Claxton. Now Russell. Thomas outside. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Russell's got his 5th assist in this one.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Thomas against Ivy. Now here's Thomas. He's closely guarded. Sinks it again. That's his 7th made field goal in 11 tries.
And I respect the strategy. Despite the sizable lead, you got to stay in attack mode.
Yeah, you got to keep going at him. You don't want to leave any hope for a comeback.
Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You have to put a body on Duren. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
Johnson a screen on Thompson. Russell to pass to Thomas. Outside for Russell. Again, the net score.
Well, Russell is a threat from anywhere on the floor. So if he gets his mid-range look, he's going to take it.
Oh, using his size. Look at Cunningham.
Woo! BA, that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. Here's Thomas. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Nets lead by 10.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Stewart, a screen on Williams. Here's Cunningham. Top of the key jumper, no good.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
And so it's Brooklyn earning this break in the action, up 10. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. We've seen Cam Thomas really having a great game.
Through the first 2 quarters and change, his perimeter shooting continues to be spot on.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
They've got Trendon Watford. He's out there with DeAnthony Melton. Johnson is out there with Sharp. And it's Martin in at shooting guard. And that's the group for Jordi Fernandez as we begin the second half. Hardaway against Johnson. It's stolen by Johnson. And they're on the run. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And you don't need a roadmap when he's got open court in front of him like that.
Well, the best way to attack is in transition. He recognizes that.
Hardaway's shot is good. Looking at lineups around the league, Grant, it seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, B.A. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit. Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. For three, Hardaway. No luck on that one. Good D by Melton. Beasley against Johnson. Here's Sharp. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Hardaway with it. Now Sharp defending. Now here's Reed, guarded closely. And he gets that one.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
Nets leading by 12. And here's Johnson. Nifty move. And it's good on the lay-in. Johnson's got 6 here in the quarter.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Bad idea leaving him open. He needs more defensive attention, not less.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw. Free throw off from Hardaway. All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
These are his first free throws of the game.
First team foul.
The first free throw is good. That one misses. Pistons trail by 13. Here's Beasley. Misses the layup. The Nets have gone 4 of 4 in this third quarter. Perfect so far. Here's Johnson. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That's on Simone Fontecchio.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Step at the line with 2 shots.
And Johnson drops them both. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Ooh, poked away. And there's a whistle. That goes on DeAnthony Melton. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Team second.
Detroit with the ball. 15-point game. Johnson on the wing. He's guarded by Fontecchio. Johnson against Beasley. Johnson passes to Martin. Back to Johnson. Fires for 3. The rebound by Beasley. Pistons trail by 15. To the wing, right side. Here's Fontecchio. Off target from 3-point range. Brooklyn's gone 5 of 10 from beyond the 3-point line in this game. Johnson finds Martin. Rebound Detroit. Harris with it. Martin picks him up. Harris against Martin. Now Harris. No made baskets yet. And Harris throws it down.
And you can't let Harris get this close to the basket. When you do, this is what happens.
From deep, Melton. And the three-pointer goes. And the Nets lead by 16.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
A strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Down low. Here's Martin. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Well, sharp interior passing is so important. The best way to create high-percentage buckets.
For 3, Hardaway. Over to the wing. Harris, a screen on Johnson. Fontecchio inside. Johnson on him. Marked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
It's so easy to get frustrated when you make mistakes, but you have to keep battling.
Yeah, it's definitely a momentum shifter, but it's time to refocus, make smart decisions, and start fighting their way back.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Sharp passes to Johnson. From deep. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting them.
With one on the clock. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
And credit him for
And so it's Brooklyn, looking in total control with this 17-point advantage as the buzzer sounds. How about the way they've attacked the paint? This throwback approach is paying off. We'll be right back after this word. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. They've got Paul Reed, Tobias Harris out there with Simone Fontecchio. Then it's Malik Beasley. And it's Hardaway in at the one. From deep, Johnson kept alive. Melton outside. And he dunks it down.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
And we played through about a minute here in the fourth. Here's Hardaway. And Watford pulls it down. Nets leading by 20. From deep, Melton gets the three to fall. Melton's got 12 points here in the second half.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc. Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Melton outside. Pulls up, high post. He missed there. His first misfire in 5 tries. Harris against Sharp. Puts one up from 19. Harris's shot is good. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Hardaway against Johnson. Beyond the arc. Martin outside. Let's go with a 3. And Fontecchio pulls it down. Pistons trail by 19. Out of bounds. It'll be Brooklyn's ball. So Brooklyn ends up going with a new group for the Pistons. You were there, Stan, in Miami at the inception of Heat culture. Give us a taste of it.
Well, it's a little bit overblown in one way, in that everyone basically wants people who work hard and get in shape and compete. The difference maybe with the Heat is they just have a lower tolerance for players who don't meet their standards.
Up top, Thompson. Thomas defends. Goes up from the top of the key. Brooklyn pulls it in. Claxton's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. There's the double with Thompson. Curran with a steal. And the Pistons pushing it up now. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
No one covering.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Cade Cunningham has faced his share of challenges in his career, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, injuries, the discouraging losses, but he's remained steadfast through it all. He's a committed and mentally tough player.
Believes in his game and now wants a team around him that can fulfill that need.
Yeah, can you say total package? Cunningham, the prototype guard these days. Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Cunningham looking it over. He shoots. And again, the Pistons missing.
And that's one he wants back, just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Nets.
Well, Grant, I don't know if there was one deciding factor in this game, but I'd say shooting accuracy if I had to choose.
Agreed, B.A. They really went after quality looks and shot the ball with confidence. This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Cunningham. Count it. That's his 6th field goal in 12 tries.
Yeah, what a massive showing from Cade Cunningham. It's been really a treat to watch.
To the left side wing. Claxton can't get it to go. And here's Detroit. Here's Stewart. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham. 32 seconds left in the game. Outside Russell. The kick out to Williams. 6 to shoot. Going inside. Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down. Well, look, plays like that are exactly why they find themselves in such a deep hole.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Well, thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill.
Tatum and Porzingis. White in at shooting guard with Brown playing small forward. And it's Holiday in at the 1 spot. And for Brooklyn, down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Thomas is out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Williams at the 3 spot. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
And here is Tatum. Out to White. Brown outside. Tatum setting the pick for Holiday. He takes it in. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Williams, a screen on White. From deep, Thomas. It's hauled in by Brown. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, had a chance to talk with head coach Jordi Fernandez. Coach said they want to force Jason Tatum to uncomfortable spots on the floor. Now, they recognize those spots are few and far between, but Coach wants to keep Tatum out of the paint specifically. If his team can do that and force Tatum to shoot more from outside, I feel relatively good about the chances. Back to you.
Okay, David, thanks.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Tatum kicks to Porzingis. Out to White.
Brooklyn foul. Williams. First personal foul. First team foul.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. The Celtics working the ball around now. Boston again missing. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And when Porzingis goes to work inside, Doris, there are not a lot of answers for his side.
We know, Kevin, obviously, that post-ups become less and less a part of the game, but still an important one opportunistically. And you talk about efficiency in the post, that is Kristaps Porzingis. But not only that, the mid-range game is there, the three-point game is there, and the defense is there.
And the Nets with possession here, following the bucket by the Celtics. Thomas passes to Williams. Now here's Johnson. No good on the 3.
Absolutely tenacious, guys. Stuck right on him defensively, bothered that shot.
And finished off by Brown.
Boy, how impressive is the quickness Jaylen Brown possesses. This guy sprints hard toward the cup on every drive.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now here's White. Stolen by Thomas. And Williams with the clear path to the hoop. Buries the long-range jumper.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
And Holiday kicks to Tatum. Left side, Brown. Shot clock at 5. Porzingis passes to Brown. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Russell finds Thomas. Johnson with a screen on White. Three-pointer. The rebound by the Celtics. Outside Holiday from deep three-point land. The long-distance 3 is buried.
And I love Holiday's shot selection. Fantastic at realizing when he should shoot off the catch. The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And stolen by Russell. And now the fast break. Thomas with the ball. Screened by Claxton. Thomas passes to Claxton. Here's Russell. Claxton a screen on Holiday. And Claxton throws it down.
And the precision passing of Russell, this time out of the pick and roll.
And so Holiday will bring it up for Boston. 6-point game. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter. Out to Porzingis. Launches it. Not going to go that time.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Here's Williams. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
Yeah, and I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
Celtics trail by 6. Over in the corner, Porzingis. Brown the pass to Porzingis. Tatum on the wing. Covered by Johnson. 5 to shoot. The kick out to Brown. Boston again missing. Outside Williams, and Thomas has it in the corner. Fires for 3. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Big time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll return shortly. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Nets.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the 5, roaming the paint.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
The kick out to Tatum. Oh, and the jam by Tatum.
Oh, my goodness. Jason Tatum, you've got to be kidding me. How pretty was that?
It's safe to say Jason Tatum is a bona fide superstar.
He certainly is, Kevin, and really been a big-time star from the time he was 23 years old. Lots of pressure on this young player, but Jason's not only embraced it, he's thrived under it.
To the inside. Johnson finds Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Brown with it. He's picked up by Russell. And Holiday throws it down.
And Holiday's nimbleness gets him to the hoop on that one. His athletic ability is off the charts.
And Russell gets it to go.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Poke loose. And here comes White, leading the fast break, and finished off by Brown.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown so quick off his feet. What a vertical threat he is.
It's Russell with the drive. Banked in off the glass. Russell's got 4 points this quarter.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
Right side, Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, 7'3" doesn't need much of a vertical, easy finish for KP.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Claxton sets the screen for Johnson. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That is his first foul of the game. It's been a few years now, Doris, but it feels like point guard is the position in the NBA.
Well, Kevin, we certainly have our share of great point guards. Luka Doncic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, they seem to be in the MVP conversation consistently. But the last couple MVPs, you look back, you've got a couple of centers. For a long time, the small forward spot dominated the game. It's really something that's in constant flux. That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
Nets leading by 9. Outside, Russell. It's Thomas outside. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Thomas got 8.
What you love about D'Angelo Russell, he can impact winning with both his scoring and his passing.
You know, many see Brown as a scorer, but Doris, he's put more of an emphasis on his defense in recent seasons.
You're exactly right, Kevin. He's taken tremendous pride in asking his coaches to put him on the best offensive player. When he's the point of attack defensively, look out. He can give a lot of headaches to ball handlers.
Williams, that's good.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Holiday against Russell. And Holiday kicks to Tatum. Brooklyn with the rebound. Claxton's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Thomas dishes to Johnson. Williams passes to Thomas. Claxton, a screen on White. Inside and stolen by Tatum. Here's the break. The wide open look here for Porzingis, and he's good on the 3 ball. He's got 5.
When Porzingis is knocking down that three-point shot consistently, it opens up other aspects of his game.
Down low. And Tatum hammers it home.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Tatum looking around. And it's off from 3-point range. And here's Thomas, who brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Oh, and the jam by Tatum.
Well, do not let Jason Tatum get space in transition. He will make you pay.
And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Russell inside, guarded by Holiday. And Russell gets it to go.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
The shot by Holiday, no good. Thomas with the ball. Here's Claxton. And so that brings the first half to a close. Nets lead by 10. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're measuring up the shot.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. It's been a clinic out there with D'Angelo Russell.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
We've got D'Anthony Melton. Johnson is out there with Martin. Then it's Sharp. And it's Watford in at the 4 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And now the latest from our reporter, David Alder.
Hey, Kevin. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the 2 J's, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position, but they don't have to be similar. They've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly be compared to each other. They're not the same. Kevin?
Back, David, remember a couple years ago, there was some thought that maybe one would be traded. I'm glad they're still together.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And, boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Pritchard passes to Craig. Clock at 6. Pass to Horford. Over Sharp. Offensive rebound. Over to the wing. Nice ball movement by Boston. Goes back up. Here's Hauser. with the clock winding down. Here's Shireman. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Sharp on the wing. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Nets lead by 16.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Melton with the steal. The three from Johnson drills the three-pointer. Johnson's got 7 points.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
And Boston has possession. Still looking for their first bucket of the second half. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
It's stolen by Johnson. The shot's good. Johnson's got 9 points here in the second half.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
Tries to keep it alive. Here's Hauser. Nothing on the board. Here's Melton. Here's Watford. Kicks it out to Johnson. Pass to Watford. 6 on the shot clock. A second chance effort. Count it. Watford's got his first bucket in this one. The Celtics have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Doors, some great shooters on this Boston team, but at times, don't you think they settle from the perimeter?
Well, Kevin, obviously, this is a coaching staff that puts a heavy emphasis on three-point shooting. They led the league in makes, they led the league in attempts. But obviously, your two best players, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, with their size and athleticism and driving ability, you want to try to find the right balance. They do a great job of that.
Here's Craig to stop the run. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. That's on Keon Johnson. The Celtics have made 1 of 3 free throws in the game. The first one falls. And not too long ago, Doris, there were such high hopes for the Nets' future.
I mean, think about it, Kevin. A few years back, people were talking about Brooklyn being a dynasty in the making. They were loaded with talent. And for a lot of reasons, it fell apart pretty quickly. How fine is that line between success and failure in the league? Incredible.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
To the middle. Pass to Shireman. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Boston needs to get off a shot. Pritchard. No good with the triple. Nets leading by 23. From deep, Johnson gets it to go from beyond the arc. Johnson's got 12 in the game. Here's Pritchard. He's guarded by Johnson. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
This is one of those nights. Mistake after mistake, a comedy of errors.
35 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside for Martin. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Melton. There's the 3. They get it back. And then Sharp with the dunk.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
It's been all about Keon Johnson for the Nets. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the floor for Boston, the small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White, and it's Porzingis in at the 5. Russell with a wide open look. The 18-footer is right on the mark.
Well, this is a main strength of D'Angelo Russell. When he gets room to shoot from the mid-range, there's no hesitation.
White the pass to Brown. The kick out to Tatum. Back to Brown. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got 3 assists now in this one.
You simply must stay attached to Jaylen Brown in a catch-and-shoot situation so dangerous.
Celtics trail by 21. Outside Tatum. Lets it go from deep. No good that time. The Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Here's Johnson. Thomas up top. Guarded by Tatum. It's stolen by Brown. Johnson against Holiday. Makes it off the glass. Holiday's got 5 points now in the quarter.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
And stolen by Tatum. Brown against Thomas. Outside Tatum. And slam dunk by Tatum.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Yeah, but this run started with tighter execution at both ends, and that'll need to be maintained for them to have a chance to take the lead.
Oh, and the jam by Williams.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Outside Holiday. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. And the dunk by Tatum.
Don't sleep on Jason Tatum's athleticism. This guy attacks the basket with ferocity.
It's Thomas on the wing. White covering. Russell kicks to Johnson. Knocks it loose. 5 on the clock. Russell passes to Johnson. Shoots over White. Johnson's shot is off.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And this is outstanding vision by Jaylen Brown. This guy dishing the ball beautifully to his teammates.
Here's Thomas, and he uses the glass on the layup. And the Nets lead by 17.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. A huge margin of victory for the Nets.
The key here, guys, was second chance points.
And they pounded the offensive glass and won the scrambles for loose balls, giving them plenty of added opportunity.
Out to Porzingis. Outside Tatum. Back to Porzingis. A 3-ball. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
Yeah, the evolution of Tatum as a passer is evident. This guy more committed than ever to making the right play.
And Claxton throws it down. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Holiday attacking. It's good. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
And a wide open look for Claxton. Misses the three. And so Brown will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. And the dunk by Tatum.
Well, Porzingis does a nice job looking for the window to make his teammate better. Pretty pass.
Johnson sets the screen for Russell. Pass to Johnson. There's the triple. No good on that one. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused at
the starting group for the Celtics. The two Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the 5. And for Detroit, Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. Thompson out there with Isaiah Stewart. And it's Duren in at the 5. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
So it's Boston now, following the score by Detroit. Holiday passes to Porzingis. Back to Holiday. Tipped away. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Pistons. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, JV Bickerstaff had a few moments to share with me. The main topic of conversation, how they plan to guard Jason Tatum. We want to try to make Jason a jump shooter. Avoid fouling, don't let him go downhill. But JT will get his, so let's hope we limit him. Well, that's never easy to do, guys.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Stewart. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Cunningham. Boston pulls it in.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
White finds Tatum. The shot comes out. Some solid defense from Stewart. The Pistons have gone 1 for 3 so far.
That is powerful.
Yes!
The athleticism of Thompson showing up right there. I mean, just explosive off the bounce.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. Porzingis passes to Holiday. Porzingis with a screen on Thompson. Here's Holiday. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
See, that miss right there. It's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Stewart against Tatum. Cunningham outside. Back to Stewart. Releases. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham.
Cunningham seeing the floor oh so well in his young career.
Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Outside Tatum. To get back on track. And he sinks the layup.
Brushing off the contact. Look, the dude is strong. When he gets in there, it's easy. That's an easy bucket.
And here is Thompson. Duren with a screen on Brown. And it's Thompson penetrating. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Just taking it right to the rim. And no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Holiday. Kick out to Brown. Outside Porzingis. Back to Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
I'm not going to lie. Jaylen Brown, his hops are different.
Cunningham against Holiday. Duren with a screen on Holiday. Cunningham passes to Ivy. Shoots. They get it back. Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
You have to put a body on Duren. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
Here's Holiday. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
To the paint. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. Duren's got 6.
They're going to work inside. I like how confident Jaylen is from this area.
White on the wing. Thompson against Holiday. Outside Porzingis. Fires from deep. terrific work on the offensive glass as he picks up the deuce.
An authoritative play by Porzingis, dominating the glass and getting the second chance look.
Duren the screen. And here's Cunningham outside. Counted from distance.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Tatum with it. There's the three. No luck on that one. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Detroit on top. They lead by 7. And we'll be back. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Pistons.
Well, they're off to a good start getting it inside and scoring at close range. Solid fundamentals so far in this one.
And following off of what you said, they've really done a good job distributing the ball, passing up good shots for great ones.
Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. Isaiah Stewart out there with Jalen Duren. And it's Thompson in at the 3. That's the group for Detroit starting the second.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Outside Tatum. Pass to Brown. Tatum with a screen. They kick it out to Porzingis. And so the ball out of bounds. Brown touched it last. And how about Jaylen Brown, Richard? Named to his first All-NBA team in 2023. A very important piece to him.
NBA, what timing. It made Jalen eligible for the Supermax. At the time, it was the largest contract in NBA history. And how did he follow it up? He won the Larry Bird Award as the best player in the Eastern Conference playoffs.
On the wing, Tatum. Pass to Brown. Outside Holiday. Porzingis with a screen on Stewart. They kick it out to Porzingis. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Brown, no good. The Pistons lead by 7. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something.
Well, it's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie. Duren with a screen on Brown. Here's Cunningham. Ivy, left side. Here's the 3. Knocks down the long J.
And something Ivy continues to improve. He's becoming a real threat from downtown.
Brown finds Porzingis. Brown looking around. Back to Porzingis. Pass to Holiday. Nice. Gets his second bucket. He's 2 for 4 now.
Yeah, good execution in close. Holiday likes mixing things up and finishing from this area.
Cunningham against Holiday. Cunningham on the wing. He's got 5. And the slam dunk by Thompson. And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, B.A., I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches, but the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run, and honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court.
Here's Thompson, and Porzingis with the block.
Great play by Porzingis. Love seeing the zinger engaged on D.
Cunningham against Brown. Takes a 3. And doesn't connect. That miss makes him 2 for 5. Celtics trail by 12. Here's Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Boom! I mean, Porzingis laying down the hammer. Oh, mercy, mercy.
Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Cunningham against Holiday. 1:14 left to play in the first half. And the layup falls. Holiday's got 6.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Detroit leading by 8. Cunningham looking it over. Duren with a screen on Holiday. Pass to Ivy. There's the triple. And again, no good by Detroit. The Celtics have gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. And stolen by Cunningham. And Jaylen Brown gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
From the inbound, here's Cunningham. Stewart, screen on Brown. Thompson against Brown. Just 5 on the clock. And that one's good. Thompson's got 4 points this quarter.
Good work down low. I mean, I like how confident Thompson is from this area.
Holiday passes to Tatum. Brown, a screen on Stewart. Kick out to Brown. Puts up a 3. Tipped. And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go. There's 6 seconds left in the first half. Tatum's shot is good. Just 4 seconds left in the second. Here's Cunningham. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Detroit, up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Getting lots of great looks. Shooting it well. That's why they're up. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Nice game. Great performance by Ausar Thompson.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
On the floor for Boston, we've got Al Horford. Peyton Pritchard is out there with Torrey Craig. And it's Hauser in at small forward. Horford against Hardaway. And there's the call on Al Horford. That's his first foul.
He didn't have his feet planted.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Fontecchio outside. Pass to Reed from the arc. Sinks the tray. And the Pistons lead by 11.
And far from the best shot, but all that matters is the end result. Somehow he sinks it.
Craig on the wing. Here's Pritchard, defended by Hardaway. Out to Craig. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hardaway grabs the board. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. The Pistons lead by 12. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. To the inside. Here's Harris. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. That one on Craig.
Ooh, just a savvy pump fake move by Harris. He knows it'll get him some contact on the shot.
And for Tobias Harris, his priority is to contribute to winning basketball.
And he's shown that through his willingness to play different roles. We've seen him as a spot-up shooter. We've also seen him as a go-to scorer. He does whatever it takes.
The 3 is up. Horford pulls it in. Celtics trail by 13. And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. Here's Pritchard, defended by Hardaway. Pritchard, the pass to Horford. Launches it. Rebound Detroit. And the Pistons pushing it up now. Hardaway's shot is good.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Craig, no good.
The rebounding numbers make it obvious why they're in front.
They're limiting the offensive possessions for the other team. Tough to win with no extra possessions.
And he's gone 1 for 1 in the game so far at the line. Here's the Pistons with the ball. It's been 8 unanswered for them. Driving in, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it.
Back to Horford. Oh, deflected. Second chance effort. Boston shooting their first free throws of this game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
That's good from Horford.
At the line for the Celtics,
Horford hits them both.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Pass to Beasley. Lets the three fly. And Craig pulls it down. Celtics trail by 16. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Back to Horford.
2 minutes remaining in the
Horford, a screen on Hardaway.
2 minutes.
Horford gets it done inside.
Yeah, the moment Horford has the rock down low, good night. I mean, just too many moves from the vet.
Here's Reed. And down it goes. 2 points. Reed's got 5 points now this quarter.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Screen by Horford. Here's Hauser. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Boston shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. It's both from the stripe.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
The Pistons lead by 14. And it's Hardaway on the take. Pass to Reed. Boston with a rebound.
Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
Craig on the wing. The three. Fires in the triple. Craig's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
Outside Hardaway. Pass to Beasley. Jacks up a 3. Horford pulls it in. Horford's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Shireman. Here he goes. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a 3-point play. It goes on Tim Hardaway. Boston shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. 41 seconds left in the third quarter here. Picked by Reed. Right side Hardaway. Down low. And he bangs it home with one hand.
They're not rolling like they were earlier. The bucket's a little harder to come by.
And Pritchard, here we go. Pass to Shireman. Now Craig. Banked it in off the glass. Craig's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
But it took them a little while to get there. Just goes to show, as long as you persevere, you'll figure your way out.
For 3, here's Harris. That shot is off. And so it's Detroit, up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. And it's all due to their ability to own the pick. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. Isaiah Stewart out there with Asar Thompson. And it's Duren in at center. That's the group for Detroit right now. The shot by Holiday, no good. The Pistons lead by 8. Here's Cunningham. Thompson outside. Shot clock at 6. Cunningham steps on the gas. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Cutting apart the defense on the drive. Cunningham skilled at getting to the cup.
Tatum inside. He's against Stewart. Tatum a screen on Thompson. Holiday against Thompson. Holiday passes to Tatum. Floats one. The rebound by Stewart. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. They led by as many as 18. Three-pointer. Cash from Cunningham on the 3-ball.
Yeah, in the nick of time. Probably not exactly what they had drawn up, but Cunningham saves them.
Tatum with it. Now Thompson defending. The kick out to White. Lets it go from deep. And Ivy pulls it down.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Out of bounds. It'll go to the Celtics.
Horrible mistake right there. You hate to see unforced turnovers like that.
Celtics trail by 13. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Tatum just has too much bounce right there. Better be careful. You're trying to stop that.
Cunningham up top. He's covered by Holiday. Good on the shot.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Holiday passes to Brown. Now Tatum. Brown, a screen on Stewart. Outside Tatum. And Jaylen Brown gets a whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Every time Tatum finds his shot, he'll take it. He loves to fill it up from range.
The Pistons lead by 10. To the middle. Here's Stewart. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham. Cunningham's got 5 assists in the game.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
And it's Thompson penetrating. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
To the paint. Kick out to Brown. Tatum a screen on Thompson. Here's Brown. Brown cashes in. A terrific finisher inside.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this.
Oh, threw it down. Wow.
And meeting those expectations. I mean, this is what we all wanted to see from Thompson on offense.
A shot by Holiday, no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Pass to Stewart from downtown. They get it back. Goes back up. Now Ivy. 5 to shoot. The Pistons need to get one up quick. And it's Cunningham missing. Celtics trail by 14.
And a comfortable win for them here. Game is out of reach. Good performance for the Pistons.
Their unbelievable shooting was probably the biggest difference tonight, but they also got stops.
Yeah, great effort on both ends. Now, they worked for good shots, and they were stingy defensively as well, but just really impressive.
And it was a reliably solid performance from one of their key guys. A tremendous game for Cade Cunningham.
He ran things with precision. Great command of the offense, putting his teammates in all the right spots.
That shot wide open. And the Pistons lead by 14.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Thompson scanning the floor. And the slam dunk by Thompson. 11 seconds left in the fourth. And so it's Detroit easily grabbing this one. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yeah, so true. They put on a show here at home, and I really think they had that extra swagger.
2K Sports, so the next starting five. Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Russell is out there with Thomas, and it's Williams at the 3. And for the Pistons, the backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Thompson is out there with Isaiah Stewart, and it's Duren in at the 5, roaming the paint. I think you and I are feeling it. We're in for a treat tonight, getting to see some of the best young talent in this NBA.
No doubt, Kevin, the superstar potential on the court is here tonight, and it is immense. We got players destined to become some of the league's biggest names in the next couple of seasons. I'm pumped.
Now, here's Duren. After D'Angelo Russell's miss. To the paint, Thomas with the steal. Williams looking around. And a miss there on the triple. Detroit with the ball. And the dunk by Stewart.
Isaiah Stewart rocking the rim.
We're about 1 minute into the first. Thompson against Russell. Pass to Williams. Russell sets a screen for Williams. It's good from long range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Since moving back to Brooklyn in 2012, the Nets, Greg, have won just 2 playoff series.
Just think about the all-stars they've had. KG, Pierce, Durant, Kyrie, Harden. I could name more. The Nets just haven't been able to put it together.
There's Thomas with the 3. Russell from long range. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Well, you got to chase him off the three-point line and not let him get into that kind of rhythm as Russell knocks one in.
Cunningham outside. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Williams. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. Williams has got 5.
Now, there's some easy offense there. Keep finding looks in that area, and their shooting percentages tonight are going to be off the charts.
Now, here's Cunningham. Down low. Six to shoot. The tray. The putback. The rebound by the Nets. Over in the corner, Williams. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Johnson, the pass to Russell. The Nets need to get a shot off here. His 3-pointers off the mark. Pistons trail by 4. Here's Stewart. Out to Thompson.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Here he goes. Johnson with the rebound.
Let's hope for his sake that he does not try that one ever again.
There's Thomas with the 3. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. Led to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
Free throw good, Thomas. Cam Thomas was the 27th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft. GA. I think a lot of teams, wouldn't you agree, are regretting passing on him.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to believe that he fell all the way to the end of the first round. Lots of teams would love to have a scorer like him on their roster.
Now, here's Cunningham to end the run. And the 3 ball is good.
And right now, Cunningham has that shot dialed in.
Nets leading by 4. Claxton a screen on Cunningham. Here's Thomas. Here's Claxton. He can't get that one. Great defense that time from Duren. Stewart against Johnson. The 17-footer. And Stewart gets it to go.
And Stewart would rather be in there underneath the charge circle to score, but this time adjusting the power on that mid-range J.
Claxton against Ivy. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And he can't get the first one. And Greg, for longtime Pistons fans, that bad boys era was so special.
I mean, Detroit's a tough, hard-working town, and those teams did have great talent led by Isaiah Thomas, but it was their physical, intimidating style of play that made them the bad boys.
Duran with a screen on Williams. Cunningham against Williams. Here's Duran. And Duran slams it in.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Now, here is Russell. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. There's 25 seconds left in the first. Williams against Cunningham. In the corner, it's Duran. Just 5 to shoot. Stewart kicks to Cunningham. From outside the arc, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Here's Russell. Tie game in Detroit. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Pistons so far?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Cam Thomas is out there with D'Angelo Russell, and it's Williams at the small forward position. It's Claxton high post. Duran's on him. Outside Thomas. For the 3. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, Jalen Duran, a physical specimen, is improving the finer points of his game, including his vision. He said, I feel like I've always been a good passer. I've developed more of that as my young career has gone on, understanding the league better and how to win. Kevin?
Yeah, DA, you know, it takes time, but nice to see his development. Now, here is Russell. And it's blocked.
No, sir. Stewart not letting that one go.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Ivy on the wing. Thomas covering. Now, Ivy. He has yet to score. And, Greg, you talk about toughness, the compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
Claxton sets the screen for Russell. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
3 points.
Russell's got it all tied up now for Brooklyn. Thompson looking for an opening. A floater gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
An explosive player. Thompson has serious leaping ability, and that comes in handy around the basket.
Russell inside. It's up against Thompson. Claxton the pass to Johnson. Russell with it. Johnson sends the screen for Russell. Shot from the wing. Another shot. Pass to Claxton. Out to Russell. Johnson with a screen on Thompson. Russell finds Johnson. Rebound, Detroit.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
The recent history of the Nets. You know, Greg, they're always looking for a big splash or a quick fix to be competitive.
And Kevin, this franchise has sold its future more than a few times, but they always find a way to bounce back. You hope they don't go for a quick fix with this group.
Thompson against Russell. And there's the drive. It drops for his third basket. He's missed only one shot.
Good penetration for D'Lo right there. Real nimble on the inside. Finds an angle.
Stewart a screen. Here's Cunningham. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Here's Johnson following the bucket by the Pistons. He's looking for Claxton and finds him. Nifty move. And he sinks the layup.
And not really played as a playmaker. Cam Johnson with the smart play, just giving it up.
Williams, second personal foul, team second.
Here's Ivy. He's got 6. Stewart with the screen on Thomas. Out to Thompson. Lock at 6. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Here's Stewart.
Solid defense. Johnson can derail an offense on the run.
Set it up with the fake, but it's offline. It's Thomas on the wing. Defended by Duren. That one's in there. The Detroit lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Thomas.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Cunningham dishes it to Ivy. And slam dunk by Ivy.
And man, can Ivy fly. I mean, a big-time finish.
Outside for Thomas. Outside Williams. Back to Thomas. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Pistons lead by 3. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
24. Please direct your attention now to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot from line. They're thinking about the shot.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Cade Cunningham really making a difference here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Beasley is out there with Hardaway. Then there's Tobias Harris. Then it's Reed. And it's Fontecchio in at the 3 side. And that's the group for J.B. Bickerstaff as we begin the second half. Outside for Martin. Screen by Watford. And it's Martin missing. Pistons leading by 3. Knocked away. Beasley outside. Reed a screen. Beasley, the pass to Reed. And the 3 off target. Brooklyn's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Obviously, the Pistons in the midst of a long rebuild. 2 seasons in a row at the bottom of the league standings. Last season, they had the worst record in this once proud franchise's history. That counts the record-setting 28-game losing streak that they had. It's pretty clear that this could be a long road back to redemption. Kevin?
Yeah, could is the operative word. This could be indeed. David, thank you. Hardaway from outside trains the three-pointer. Hardaway has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And great credit to Pistons fans for sticking with them after a tough season last year.
Well, Kevin, it's been a couple of rough years in Detroit, and never easy to have your team go through something like that. You know, where you're getting national media attention for not winning games, it's never a good thing. But these fans are loyal, they're hungry, and the future is going to be bright in Detroit, I promise you that.
And Keon Johnson picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Hardaway against Johnson. Harris setting the pick for Hardaway. Launches a 3. Harris, no good.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but like plenty of room.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam. You see some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Pass to Reed. Back to Hardaway. Reed, a screen on Johnson. Hardaway, no good. The Nets have gotten 4 of the first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. That one goes. Count it.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Johnson finds Sharp, and the layup's good off the glass. Sharp's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And Hardaway gets it to go. And the Pistons lead by 2.
A little bit of breathing room, and Tim Hardaway Jr. is going to look right to the rim.
He got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Now here's Hardaway. 9 points in the game so far. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. Yep, that one goes in there.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Here's Hardaway. In the corner, Reed with it. Off target with his 3.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Beasley outside. Out to Harris. Lays it up off the glass.
Tobias Harris getting a little bit creative, finding some room on the inside and keeping the defense guessing with that shot attempt.
And Beasley has the ball here for the Detroit Pistons. Takes a 3. Rebounded by the Nets. Sharp's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. He gets it up. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. It's the Nets. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this way?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. So for Brooklyn now, we've got D'Anthony Melton. Sharp out there with Trendon Watford. Then it's Johnson, and it's Martin in at the 2. Detroit with the ball. Following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. Hardaway kicks to Reed. Back to Hardaway. 6 to shoot. Harris setting the pick for Hardaway. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Tobias Harris.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Yeah, just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter. I'm not sure how he finds himself with so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Melton against Beasley. Reed a screen on Melton. Reed the pass to Beasley. To tie it up. That one misses. Nets leading by 3. Jacks up a 3. Sharp finds Melton. Three-pointer. Drops in the tray. Melton's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Nets.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
And D'Anthony Melton picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. Thompson outside. Back to Cunningham. Up again, and Duren is right there.
Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
Now here's Thomas. From down in the low post, it goes.
Now, I don't know if you would consider this, but he's got such a nice touch around the rim. Maybe you foul him there?
And it's Jaden Ivey with the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. That's tipped. It's stolen by Duren. For the finish. And Duren slams it in.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
And the Nets with possession here. After the basket by Detroit. Claxton sets the screen for Williams. Pass to Johnson. Clock at 4. Lets it go with a 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Johnson's got the lead up to 7 now for the Nets.
And he's not going to miss those very often, even from deep. The D has to close out a little stronger on him.
Cunningham against Williams. Cunningham kicks to Stewart. And there's the foul. It's on Cameron Johnson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Team second.
Duren with a screen on Williams. Cunningham for 3. Buries it from three-point range.
You gotta love what Cade Cunningham as a young star is bringing to this game.
Inside, Williams. And it's Williams throwing it down.
There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Cunningham outside. Here's Duren. And Duren slams it in.
The teammates gotta love playing with Cade Cunningham. And this guy plays so unselfish, on-time, on-target passing.
And it's Russell missing.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for Brooklyn. They lead by 4. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That is his first foul of the game. 1:05 left in the fourth quarter. Russell kicks to Williams. Shot clock at 6. And he drives in, and it's Williams with the jam.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely. Williams against Cunningham. Got it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And the team counting on Cade. He comes through.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
It's Thomas on the wing. Covered by Cunningham. Russell passes to Johnson. Yes!
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Pass to Stewart. Over Williams. The offensive rebound. Back to Ivy. The 3 misses there. So it's the Nets picking up the win. They seem to relish their